On paper, it should make absolutely no sense that I would like a game like Apex Legends, because it is everything that I don't like about video games. First of all, it's a free-to-play game that wants you to spend money on ridiculous things. Then it is a battle royale system that I generally just don't like. And then it has incredibly stupid physics like no falling damage whatsoever, and the setting entirely isn't really my thing. But me being Veggie Vulture, I installed it anyway because I just wanted to see how it performed on Nintendo Switch 2. And now, I can't stop playing. Hi there fellow Nintendo gamers, my name is Veggie Vulture and today I want to do a quick video on Apex Legends, and the reason why I think it's a great game. Well, I don't really think it's a great game because I wouldn't recommend it to anybody asking me like, what is a great game, like game of the year kind of thing. Apex Legends wouldn't even be in the conversation. But for some reason, I keep playing it and I actually keep enjoying it. I really enjoy my time with Apex Legends on the Nintendo Switch 2. And what I want to do in this video, I kind of go over 4 reasons why Apex Legends on Nintendo Switch 2 is something you really need to download. Now, before we go into that, if you do not know what Apex Legends is, it's basically Fortnite meets Call of Duty meets Battlegrounds. It's a futuristic battle royale kind of game that has heroes, and every hero has like they're legends, Apex Legends, right? They're legends. Every legend has its own powers, their own unique abilities. You select a legend, and in groups of 3, if I'm not mistaken, maybe it's also 2, but I also play in groups of 3. In groups of 3, you go into a world and you fight your way until you're the last group standing. If you're the last group standing, you win. That's Apex Legends in like a nutshell. There's other modes, there's other ways to play the game, there's other ways to enjoy the game, but that is basically the essence of it. It's all set in a super futuristic, kind of super unrealistic setting. There is no falling damage whatsoever. You can just fall from buildings and from this plane or whatever, land on the ground, nothing happens. You can slide, you can jump walls that are normally unjumpable. You just like put your hands up and you just go over the wall. It's like super fast Call of Duty style stuff that I generally don't like, but for some reason I picked up my Pro Controller, I downloaded the game, and I never stopped playing now for a couple of weeks. And yeah, I absolutely love my time with it, and here's 4 reasons why. Reason number 1 has to be the graphics and the performance. I was blown away by this. Like, the Nintendo Switch 2 was still only like out for like a month, maybe 2 months when the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Apex Legends came out, right? So I was still in that phase of like, what can this console actually do? So I downloaded the game, which is like a massive file. If I'm not mistaken, it's like 90 gigabytes or something of space. I downloaded it just to see what the console could do with it. Now, it runs absolutely brilliantly. There's one like big downsides compared to other consoles. Of course, it's gonna look better on PlayStation 5. It's gonna look better on Xbox and on PC, right? But it looks really, really good on Switch, and it runs at a steady, I think it's 60 frames per second. I could be mistaken, but it is a very good frame rate. But more importantly, it's super stable. It runs at a super stable frame rate. I've never seen a dip. The only dips I've experienced are due to my internet connection, but otherwise, I've never seen the game actually slow down or dip. You can play it as if you were playing it on any other platform, which is absolutely great. There's only one thing that I want to say about that, and it is if you are, so the game always starts with you like in an airplane, right? Like every battle royale, and you need to jump out of that airplane with your team and then land in the section, find a gun and shoot everybody there, and then fight your way up until like number 1 place, right? So when you are falling from the sky, the world kind of renders in while you're coming closer to the ground. And this is much less prominent on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, or wherever the game also might be. On Switch, there's just a little bit more pop in there. Now, it's nothing that like breaks the game or anything. All of the information that you need in a certain particular time when you're playing, when you're diving, you get that information. You know which kind of guns or which kind of ammo you can find where, you know where to go. It's just you see like rocks and trees and foliage and like parts of buildings and doors. You see those pop in when you fall from the sky. Other than that, once you're on the ground, the game is ridiculously smooth and it looks really good. And I just love this for Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch 2 has a lot of great games coming out in the next couple of months, but a game like Apex Legends has a great player base, and it's just really great to have that on a Nintendo Switch 2 because more people might want to pick up the Nintendo Switch 2 because there's games like that on the system that run really great. More people picking up the Nintendo Switch 2 means more third-party developers develop games for Nintendo Switch 2, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean. It's great.
Right next door. Easy. Watch out. I'm opening the skies.
Eliminate the enemy. Target here.
Then there are the controls. Now, there is a mouse mode, but I only tried it for like a couple of seconds, hated it completely, and just didn't use it. I play console games because I want to sit back and enjoy a game from my couch, like in different weird positions, right? I want to play with my controller. So I play with my Pro controller, and we all know that the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch 2 have incredible gyro controls. And if a developer actually takes the time to work with those gyro controls, they can feel incredibly good. And I have to say that I've seen few games that use the gyro controls for the Switch outside of like Splatoon and those kinds of like first-party games. I've seen few third-party games who use the gyro controls this well. It almost feels like cheating. Now, I know that there's other control schemes that also have kind of this thing, and I think PlayStation also has gyro controls if I'm not mistaken, but the game is fully cross-play, which I will talk a little bit about in a bit. Sorry. It kind of feels like cheating. Sometimes I'm just hitting somebody, I'm just nearly missing them, I just tilt my controller and I get like this headshot and I just like a full salvo of my gun just goes to their neck or whatever because I just tilt my gyro controls a little bit. It's like Warframe. Warframe does it very well on Nintendo Switch 1, and now Apex Legends does it very well on Nintendo Switch 2. It feels so natural. Like the default settings of it are already great. I just tuned them a little bit after a few games, like super small tune-ups, but from the get-go, you take your controller and you are good to go. It's incredibly cool, and yeah, I love that the creators actually took the time to work with that.
Final ring's closing in. It's gonna be Fubar.
Opponent right here.
Reason number 4 is the road to ranked. Now, there is a ranked mode in this game, but actually getting to the point you're allowed to play ranked actually is really well done. A lot of these games have ranked modes. Like, I don't know, there's games where you have a ranked mode once you reach level 15 or you reach level 20, you get to play ranked, right? And you just play until you're that level. But even if you suck at it, you can just gather the experience points from playing and then be able to play ranked. With this game, they actually have a bunch of challenges that you need to do in order to be able to play the ranked game mode of the game. There's first challenges, a set of challenges. If you complete that set of challenges, you get a new set of challenges. If you complete that, you get a new set of challenges. And there's 3 sets of challenges. And all of these challenges feel as if they're meant to teach you the ins and outs of the game. This game has a lot going on. There's a lot going on in these games with like weapon upgrades and respawning your teammates and special abilities and special powers. Every legend has like this special power and you need to know how to work with that. All that kind of stuff, right? And the game is actually built, like the road to ranked feature is actually built for you to use all of those things. One of the first things you need to do, you need to complete is you need to tag different kinds of items that are on the ground. There's like these items that heal you, right? It's like med kits. When you see a med kit on the ground, you need to tag that for your teammates so they know there's a med kit to pick up right there. So they are teaching you like, hey, if you want to be a team player, tag the right stuff for your teammate, because if you tag this, your teammate might need it, they're able to pick it up, which increases your chance of winning the game. All of these things, like I'm now in like the final few things and I need to do like certain particular things in order to get to the rank mode, but it just really feels as if like if I finish all of these, I will know how to play the game, and I know that once I will be able to play ranked, everybody has completed those challenges, so they must know how to play the game properly.
Enemy shield. Taking fire. Popping smoke. Spotted. Double timing it.
Enemy killed.
An enemy shield. Reloading.
Come on, I still.
There's another squad. Eating lead. That was the last one.
Another reason, which is to my opinion super important, is it is fully crossplay. And in the right way. Like, there's a lot of games who try to do crossplay, but then there's a lot of technical issues. For example, I remember playing crossplay in a game. I don't remember which game it was. I think it's Warframe, that I played crossplay in the beginning, and I tried voice chat with like my with like somebody on PlayStation 5 or on PC or whatever, I don't know, and it just bugged out constantly. And there's more games that have this. Like, there's crossplay, and then the voice feature only works like with your own console, family of consoles, right? Which makes no sense at all. Don't do crossplay if you have that. Now, I have the Pro Controller, so I plug in my headset in my Pro Controller, and I'm just sitting, right? I remember I was in my third or fourth game or whatever, and I at a certain point, I saw this guy playing, and he had a nickname, N-Boss or something like that, and I was just like, N-Boss, cool name. And I just said it to myself, because I speak to myself, I talk to myself, and he was just like, hey, thanks, man. I was like, oh crap, you can hear me. And we just started talking, and now we play the game. We actually play the game together, and he's on PlayStation 5 and I'm on Switch. And you see these people on Xbox and PlayStation 5 constantly, you see people on Switch constantly, and you get to talk to everybody, you get to chat with everybody. It just works. The crossplay works super well. The voice chat feature works super well, and it just kind of finally feels as if Nintendo, as a Nintendo gamer, you finally belong to the group of gamers out there who've been gaming together and been doing all of this stuff for 20 or 30 years, and now we finally get to join them by having proper voice features in our freaking console. And then the fifth and final reason why you should play Apex Legends on Nintendo Switch 2 or on any other console: you get to play with me. No, I'm serious. My friend code, my Nintendo friend code, is in the description below. You can add me if you want. If you use voice chat, if you use all of that stuff and you want to play some multiplayer together, soon ranked, I'm almost there, make sure to add me if you want. I really want to play with you guys. Also, I'm thinking about going to streaming this game soon on my YouTube channel, Friday nights. I will probably start streaming this, and I will probably be, if you want to play with me on stream, you can do that on stream, because I'm really excited about like the multiplayer aspect and the social aspects of these kinds of games. And until next video, bye-bye.